So here we are on top of Yester Hill. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so everybody of relevance can be seen. No, zoom back in a little more. Okay, so for those of you watching, we have right down here, after just finishing off that druid, is Octavius. Locked in battle right here with one of these large barbarian fellows is Trip. We have Gemma hiding amongst the rocks here. We have Daddy Douglas over here, who was he was shooting druids, but then one of them dived behind this ginormous effigy to kind of not get shot by him. And then over here on his Losen, basically we have Uncle Seth, who is in a fist fight with two of these barbarian fellows. So that's kind of where we are joining them tonight. And let me just look at some stuff here. Yeah. And it's fine. Okay. All right. So as we said, we had finished up, and Octavius had just taken out the last of the druids. So the glowing, whatever it is that's glowing in the statue, basically starts to slowly diminish. It doesn't just go out; it just starts to slowly fade. The brightness is slowly kind of dimming out of it. As soon as the last druid takes his final breath. Trip. So you saw your brother kind of roll between the barbarians, come up behind the druid, and stab him in the back and finish him off. But you still have this blood-curdling berserker dude swinging an axe at you. But you have the initiative to act next. So what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna face him like I'm fighting him with my weapons, and then instead of fighting him, I'm going to take the time to think out an insult, which I've had 2 weeks now to do, and I haven't done. But needless to say, Trip had something really tasty to say.
He did
I'm
have,
so sorry,
or
everyone. So I'm gonna do a vicious mockery on him.
Okay. And he has a DC 15 to save. And the good news was that these berserker dudes had no bonuses whatsoever on their wisdom, so it's a straight D20 roll. So he needs a 16 or higher to resist.
Decent.
And he fails, so he takes 5 points of psychic
He's
damage.
Disadvantage to hit me, that's the important thing.
But he does have disadvantage, that is correct. Which is always nice. Okay, well then it is their turn. So, yep, he's up.
Doesn't he only have fists? Because he was...
That one does only have fists, yes. That is correct. Because he was the one that had to drop his weapon and run away.
No.
Yep.
Cool.
So... roll to hit. Oh, nope, wrong one. You're dead. Let me put you to the bottom of the pile. Yeah. Alright, okay, so he swings his gnarled hand at you aggressively. Well, he's going to punch you, but...
With his disadvantage?
He does have disadvantage, so we're going to roll that again.
Please.
I forgot to copy it. Hold on. Okay. Alrighty. The second one will miss.
Oh, I missed.
Nice.
There you go. So, swipes at you, but does not make contact. Alright. Seth.
Yep.
The first one will swing his blade in your direction and will miss you. The second one will follow suit and do the same.
That'll hit.
Think that... Oh, that does hit? Okay.
Yep.
All right, then. The axe will strike you for 10 points of slashing damage, sir.
Now, okay.
It is now Gemma's turn.
Okay. I just wanted a description of something real quick.
Okay.
I decide. Can you give more of a description of what this looks like? Like, is it a bunch of branches all piled up?
So it is a bunch of. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to see. This is the first time that anyone's really studied it, other than just like seen it as a glance. So go ahead and give me a perception skill roll before I give you that description.
Yay. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, Gemma's looking at it hard. Perception.
It kind of is a Wicker Man, sort of, kind of.
The bees.
13. Okay. So here's what I tell you. The framework of it is formulated by large sticks and stuff, but there is an awful lot of living plants that seem to have come out of the ground and like woven themselves into it. So if you could imagine somebody kind of built just a exoskeleton framework out of sticks, and then plants grew up in it, and you know how kind of creepers and stuff will train up buildings or up the side of a wall or whatever. They've all kind of trained up into this thing to kind of fill it, to make it seem like more solid. And somewhere in the center of all that, there does seem to be something that is fundamentally glowing green.
Yeah.
It is about 10... I think it's about 10 foot tall, maybe bigger than that. It is pretty damn huge. Let me see here. This is. Let me double check the description on to make sure I give you the right height. It may be bigger than that. Let's see. Here we are. Oh yeah, I'm completely wrong. It's 50 foot tall.
50 foot tall.
It's 50 feet tall.
And the glowing
thing, it was the walls that were 10
top?
feet tall. The glowing thing
In the middle somewhere.
seems to be more in the middle, but however this thing was constructed, it's also made to where some of the glow kind of like emanates out of the eyes. Like you could imagine there's a hollow between the eyes and the stomach of this thing, so some of the glow is escaping out of there.
Weird. Okay. I don't think I have any enemies around that are alive, so I'm gonna spend my
particularly close to you now.
Okay. So my movement going up to this thing to get closer.
Okay.
And does it look like I could start climbing or try to get in there? Or does it look way too...
You'd have to hack your way in, because it's pretty thick and dense. You could absolutely start to climb up this thing, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like so curious what the green glowing thing is, so Gemma, that's gonna get the best of her right now, I think. So she's gonna attempt to try to, like, how do I get in there kind of situation.
Gotcha.
Like, start looking through, like...
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, if you want to give me a dice... Well, what's your, I guess what's your passive, like, acrobatics? Or athletics.
Passive
athletics is probably should be
13.
athletics. 13?
Yeah.
Okay, then with a 13, you don't need to roll to climb this. You basically will climb it as if it's like difficult terrain. So you'll basically be able to climb like 15 feet around. Because there's plenty of things to grab hold of and handholds, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll start doing that.
Alrighty. Which brings us all the way back around. Douglas, what do you want to do?
Okay. So do I have a visual on this one in front of Trip here? Is that one of the only ones still alive?
I would say it would not be hard for you just to sidestep a very small amount just to get a shot at him.
Okay.
Very viable for you to do that, yeah.
And this guy here is dead, right?
Correct.
Okay, just make sure that...
The only ones alive is this one and these two that are within the ring right now.
Okay.
Now, you guys are all fully aware that there was a lot of them scattered around the base of the hill. Your hopes are that when a bunch of them got feared out and they ran out hollering that maybe no one paid attention and heard, but it is entirely possible also that there may be reinforcements on their way. But it's a big hill, and it takes a while to get up there, so...
Okay. Then in that case, which one is the one that had that staff on him?
That's laying right here, yes.
Okay, so I can move up to him and then still shoot?
You could. Yep.
Okay, so then I'm going to do that. So I'm just kind of standing over it, and I'm going to pop one off on that gentleman.
Yeah, because I think... Oh, I really don't like this new overlay. I don't like it at all.
No?
So yeah, you could definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah, the tooltips that it pops up on the map are way too large. That's not going to hit the mark.
Cool. All right. Well, at least I'm where I need to be.
Right.
And I don't assume I can pick it up at this point after doing an attack. Is it another action?
Yeah, to actually, wrench it out from underneath him and kind of pull it up it would be an action, but you can easily do it next turn.
Okay, got it.
All right,
That's
Seth.
me.
I'm going to just do a regular set of punches and stabs.
You're giving up on the haymakers, huh?
Well, they're not working, so might as well. On the one that's most wounded, I don't honestly remember. So.
Let's see. Yeah, one of them is somewhat wounded.
And then the bonus.
2 solid punches. You hit for max damage anyway.
Damn.
All right. So 24 points of damage delivered to him. That will be enough to drop him to his knees, as he will collapse out of combat and crumple to the ground after a solid left and right hook combo. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
And if you're not doing anything else, it is over to young Octavius.
You're muted, good sir.
Is this guy alive here?
He is. He's the one that
he's
just...
trying to-
He's the one that has no weapon,
Yeah,
and he's
has no
throwing
weapon.
punches at your brother.
I still not sure. So I'm gonna
He's
get up
trying to punch me.
behind him and give him a little 1-2 stab. Everybody
Okay.
1-2 stab.
Little stabby. Stab, stab,
You're,
stabbaroo.
you're a little quiet, Matt. Just
Are a little
FYI.
quiet.
Am I?
You are a
Yeah.
little, yeah.
Are you
Better-
shy today?
Just
You
be
little shy
snuggled.
guy today?
A
No.
little baby snug.
No. How's that better?
Much better.
better.
Perfect.
Okay. Just being a little shy guy.
Little shy guy.
It's just a Monday, guys. I have my Monday
I'm so
voice on.
scared. He doesn't have 2 runs in him.
That's true.
Get them all cocky about it.
1, 2.
2
Luckily you're
Wow.
two.
solid
Holy
hits.
sword damage.
Almost the same. Ew, what is this new overlay? Ew.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't. What?
No, I know. The new Roll20 overlay is ick. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
I like it. Did I do something wrong?
No, I mean
Probably.
It's not what it looks like. It's like when I used to click on something and I had a little tiny tooltip that didn't take up half the screen. Now
Yeah.
it's like boom, massive big
So much
tooltip that
easier.
fills
I don't
up
have
the
to ask
camera.
you- I don't have to
I
ask
love a
everyone.
massive big tooltip, you know?
It gets in everyone's way.
So what is
How you gonna use it? Okay.
25 plus 8, 30 damage. Oh, that. Let's see, 30 out of. Oh yeah, that really hurt. He felt that one. He is kind of stumbles, almost drops to the flat ground in pain as he drops down to one knee and then has to brace up to withstand it. If it wasn't for the fact that that he was berserk and crazy, probably would have finished him.
Feel the sting of my large tooltip.
Son!
Take some of that.
What? What? Was that
Alrighty.
not cool?
Trip.
Little...
Son!
My very small.
I'm going to lace my spit with vicious mockery as I spit on him
Oh.
after he took a knee.
Oof.
Because it's gonna hit for more damage, and I'm not gonna hit with a sword. I have it out, but
Oh, he saved.
That's it.
Oh,
boo.
Oh,
what a weasel.
no portents
What a
today.
weasel.
What a weasel.
That's
What a
fine.
What a bugger.
I guess to try
He's
and
having a
punch me for
laugh. Okay, Trip. So yeah, that he didn't fall for your insulting words this time. Probably because his ears were ringing with pain because he just got stabbed.
You didn't hear it.
Okay, so druids. I think this one is kind of still berserk, so I don't think he's gonna really pay much attention to any logic. He's just gonna swing away again.
Yeah, that'll get me.
Okay, we'll hit you. And he doesn't have a disadvantage this time. Okay.
Just
Happy points.
Oh, down there.
Alrighty. Punched for 5, sir.
Now, Gore,
Yes.
I do have my brand of castigation on, and again, since we are weeks without, I apologize for not catching this earlier. Satch,
Hey,
my bad.
that's all good.
But it takes two psychic points of damage every time it damages someone.
So he takes 2 points. That's right. So he will
Correct.
take 2
So I missed it the
additional
first
points.
time, but we'll hit it for this one.
Well, no, but you know what? It's as much my fault as it is yours for not
You
reminding
only
me
hit
because
me
you'd
the one
already
time,
cast it.
so.
So we're going to go ahead and make it retroactive. So that's an additional 4 points.
Woo!
Okay.
Because I mean, it was there. We just forgot to deduct the
yeah,
numbers.
I had forgotten.
but it
to-
still worked.
Yeah, it was on him. It's
definitely
basically
was.
Hunter's Mark, and I can change it from creature to creature as they perish,
Yeah.
or unless I want to.
No problem. Okay. So in that case, it is their turn. So he, as I said, he just punched you.
And as he punched you, he
Ouch.
punches himself back.
Well, you hit yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So Seth, you're still in battle with one over here.
I am, yes.
He will
hits me.
find his mark again
God damn it. What a meanie.
for another 10 points of slashing
All right.
damage. Sorry.
Seth is doing just fine. Although his resistance is about to run out. He has another round of it.
Yeah, because you're also taking half damage from slashing. So you and the barbarian are both kind of like trading blows. It's like that didn't
Right.
hurt. That didn't hurt. Yeah, that didn't hurt.
I'm okay. Yeah, what? Bring it.
You're so bad. You're so
Kermit the Frog
bad.
is a barbarian.
I still want that voice to be one of your characters someday.
It will. I
Bad.
promise it will.
I
Yay.
really, really want
It's
it.
like Rocky 3. You're so bad.
You're so bad.
You ain't so bad. This is nothing. Yeah.
It makes me laugh so much. I love it.
Okie dokie.
I didn't hear no bell.
Gemma.
We're just gonna do all Muppets.
Yes.
Gemma,
Oops, all Muppets.
you're climbing
Yeah.
up.
I'm climbing up. Yes, going after the green light.
Uh-oh.
I need to make a
get
note.
level
Write this
with
down, write
about
this
where
down.
the green light is. It's like in the center of this thing,
Okay.
through all the briar and the.
So now I'm trying to get through it now, right?
Okay. What's your methodology for getting through that?
So what is it mostly? Wood and plants that I'm trying to like.
It's mostly kind of like thick vines and roots
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff like that.
Then in that
It's not the sort of
case,
stuff you could easily just tear apart, but it's certainly cuttable or hackable.
Yeah. I have a dagger. I will take that out and start kind of slashing through things if I can, if that works.
Okay,
at all.
excellent. Everybody give me a perception skill roll, please.
God
Oh,
damn
boy.
See
it.
if you hear something.
Oh, for sound?
Not good
Okay.
for me.
Me too, or
Yeah,
Do I get
everybody. Everybody.
Any sort of dog bonus? for
scared? I'm
that?
so scared.
And it
Sort of
is
dog
based on
bonus.
Audible, so
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, good rolls, guys. I rolled
Oh,
very bad as always
Wow.
okay.
Every
So
time.
let's see. Only so 3 of you. All right, Douglas Mildwood,
Yes.
Seth Mildwood, and Trip Mildwood. You hear a very faint scream to the south of you. A weird, unnatural scream.
Oh God.
I don't think it's logical that any of you from your positions would associate it with what Gemma is currently doing. At this point, at least. But let's see. Trip, you're here, so Gemma's up there. Seth is behind this rock, so he probably can't even see what Gemma's doing.
Yeah.
And Douglas,
I'm right in front.
This is so bad.
I would give Douglas, seeing as you are right kind of...
I'm looking right at her, yeah.
Yeah, I would give you a roll. Give me an insight check.
As you say, it's not a great one for me.
Come on, Dad.
What, you're not a wise old
Do
dad?
it. Do it, Dad.
Not
Do
in
it,
the sense
Dad.
you need me to
Hey!
be. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, 18.
maybe I am.
all right.
actually. You know
Shut
what?
up.
So you do
Jack.
notice a correlation between Gemma up there going, you hear, like something, every time Gemma hacks this thing, something south of you lets out some kind of weird screech, but it doesn't sound like a humanoid screech. It's more like some weird, strange, bizarre screech.
Okay.
Great.
Then I'm gonna yell out to
I
her.
will
Then, if I can.
Also allow you. Give me
Do
a...
a little dance.
Take a little love.
You're down
Down tonight.
Roll high tonight.
Give me a what's your intelligence bonus?
Me?
Yeah.
Moi? Who, me?
Yeah.
Me on this Monday.
My intelligence? A 2.
So so a
I
2.
hope
I mean,
that's
not
just-
total.
You mean a
it's
plus
just a
2?
bonus, guys. It's a plus
Yeah,
2.
the 2 plus 2. All right, give me a d20 plus
Super
2.
average, okay?
Give me a
Super
d20
average.
plus 2 roll.
A D20
Okay.
plus 2?
Yeah.
Come on.
Recall.
Recall.
Ooh,
Hey!
how's that?
Plus
How's
two.
them apples?
A dirty
Plus
20.
2.
You have heard this kind of screaming
Sorry,
before.
Tommy.
Okay.
Whenever you assaulted the Wizard of Wine's brewery, and there were all those twig blights and tree blights and all those weird plant creatures,
Okay.
sounds kind of like what they sounded like.
Okay.
I don't hear it though.
No.
Yeah, so
It's very
I'm
faint
going-
because it's in the distant sun.
So I'm gonna yell to Gemma if I am allowed to at this point.
Yeah, you can yell as a...
Like,
Of course.
Reaction.
Gemma,
Yeah.
honey, you're hurting him. You gotta stop, baby. I don't think they want that.
I'm hurting what?
I don't know, but I think you're riling up something.
I better kill it.
No. hon. I think it's I think it might be
It's a
calling
good guy.
its friends to come, like those plant things we fought before. You actually weren't inside, so I don't think you ever fought any of them. But you just hold on slashing and hacking, please. I think you might be calling in reinforcements, like it's the hive or something.
And it is actually your turn, Doug. So
Okay. Then I'm going to
you can
pick up
say
the
all
staff.
this and pick up the spear.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up.
Oh,
Is
you
it-
finally have the spear.
Oh, it's a spear. Okay, not a staff. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's a
Yes,
spear.
I'm gonna pick up the spear and just, I guess, hold it in my hands and go. Okay.
So this is a spear.
go go ahead and do something now. And I whisper to it.
A
Okay.
new hand touches the beacon.
All right. Okay. So because you picked up the spear, but you were also the one that it spoke to. Let me show you what the spear looks like first. I think I have a handout of what it looks like. Hope so. In fact, I know I do. I just have to find it in amongst the millions of handouts that I have. Now you're here. Well, finding everything but it. There it is. Okay. Y'all seeing
Look
that?
for the blood spear.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there is the spear. That's what it looks like. You can see it's kind of like got spikes and stuff at one end, like leather hand grips here. It's almost kind of like an obsidian kind of rock with a nice blood groove carved into the rock of the, the spear tip itself. A couple of little nice toggles here. But yeah, so the second you pick it up, the similar voice that you heard once before says, "Yes, yes. Once again, the power has been claimed. Rule well, like your predecessors of old. This spear grants you dominion and power." Quite what that means, you're not probably sure, but
Okay, if you say so, little dick.
Doug.
I guess that's,
Fucking dog.
obviously I'm the right man for the job, so
Right.
I'll take care of this. Also, it looks like a
I love
solid
the
mahogany.
idea of,
Wow.
of Douglas just talking to his spear.
Okay, so first of all, as long as it is being wielded by you, it is a +2 magical spear.
Oh.
That does +2 bonus to hit, +2 damage. And the good news is,
Can you shoot it with your bow?
Yeah,
well,
can I?
hey, no, but now at least you have a viable melee weapon now. But
Okay.
if you hit with a melee attack using this spear, and it reduces your target to 0, you heal instantly 2d6 hit points.
Ooh.
What? Okay.
Yeah, because it
Down.
sucks the blood out of the dead and gives it to you.
So, what
Sounds
did you
like
say? A D6?
Neutral good kind of weapon.
Yeah.
Can you say that again, Gord?
So it's +2 spear, so that means it's basically a spear that does +2 damage and it's +2 to hit.
Is it versatile, Gore?
Spears are versatile, yes.
Yeah, spears are considered. It's a simple spear, yeah.
Interesting.
So their properties
Stay
are
away.
ranged, thrown, and versatile.
Not magical if you use it.
It is, but not in the same way. But so a spear does. You can throw it with a range of 20/60 if you're filling this out on your sheet. So there's
Right.
always that option. The great finishing weapon. Like to see how it. Might be interesting to see how it delivers the 2d6 hit points if it's thrown. A shower of blood goes.
Right. Yeah, like cool anime style. So I can throw it how
and-
long? I'm sorry. Can I throw it how far? 20 feet?
20/60. So that's your ranges, like 20 for regular
Yep.
range, 60 is long range. Does 1d6 damage because it's a spear. But again, that's +2, and that +2 will stack with any other pluses that you apply because of your ability.
Gotcha.
But there you go. So you are now the proud owner of the Blood Spear of Kavan.
Okay.
Huh.
And what would the stat attack be if I'm building this in the thingy, or does it matter?
Whatever it is, it would be.
Finesse?
Frank,
Right, 'cause
Hello,
it's throwing?
Kevin.
it's a simple weapon, right? So-
It counts as a simple weapon, yeah.
Strength?
And then you would just put it in and just make sure you have an additional +2 to hit and an additional +2 on the damage.
Attempting to do that right now, but I'm not as
I
good
mean,
at building
if
this
somebody
thing
else
here,
picks it
so-
up and they try to attune to it, they'd have to figure all that out over the attunement. But because you picked it up and you were the one that was told to pick it up, you just kind of know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
To Snuggler, that means hope.
Alrighty, good
Just
deal.
saying a vampiric melee weapon? Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, you just got to get them to. It only works if they drop to 0, so it doesn't
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
every
yeah.
hit. They've got. It's
No,
got
I
to be
know,
the
I know,
finishing
They have to
blow.
die,
But
yeah.
still,
I drop a lot of people to 0, though.
You do.
Spirit didn't talk to you. It talked to me.
Yeah, well, that's because it specifies that it kind of likes barbarians, druids, or rangers, and you're the only one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
above.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got it in here. I'll do my best.
That's cool. Okay, but with that being said, it's Seth's turn.
Punchy.
Can you finish your guy?
Probably not if this guy hasn't taken any damage, but one punch,
One Punch
two
Man.
punch,
One
and
hit.
then one stab.
on the stab. Oh,
Just one hit for 10. Okay. Alrighty. One good blow. Octavius.
All right, so I got this dork in front of me here.
Yeah, he's still there. Wincing in pain.
Not for long. Okay.
And losing his... He's kind of like... because he's in a berserk rage, he acknowledges he's got pain, but he also acknowledges currently that the thing that he hates the most is in front of him, so somehow it's his fault.
Sure. Okay.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
And doesn't much matter what he thinks and who he thinks did it. He's going
Just in case. Just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down. You take him out.
Okay.
Good deal. You murder him from behind.
Okay.
CD! What's up, Barry? Thank you for that. We much appreciate you.
CD.
I'm gonna take a quick stock of like what's around me. I probably can't really see anything other than maybe like a scuffle going on in this area, sort of.
Pretty much.
I mean, I'm
you
sort
can probably
of blocked,
see,
but
you can see Gemma hanging like about 15 feet or 25 feet up a statue, going. And now she. Well, I don't know. Did she stop?
Stop
I'm probably
now.
talking to Doug at that point.
Yeah,
Turned
yelled
around
at.
like, what? Stop! Screams!
yeah, I'll kind of look. I'll brace myself for the next attacker because all I've been doing this whole fight is just taking on the next guy, the next guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like
And finally, I'm gonna do the same and brace myself for the next one, and then sort of look around and see. Oh, there's. Oh, okay. And then I will look over at my dad. Toss me the spear. No, just kidding.
yeah,
I'll
he's
kind
probably
of put my
standing there going, oh.
yeah. I'll just sort of like put my hands up like this to my dad to be like, what now? What do I do, Dad?
Well, help your uncle over there, and I'll point to the other guy.
All right, then I'm going to.
Yeah, like over there, so you can't see him, but you know where over there is.
I'm making my way over there as fast as I can.
Okay.
Trip. Making my way down.
I'm gonna turn around and see Gemma hanging from the thing, and that's the most interesting thing to me. I'm just gonna do that thing. So, what are we doing?
Dad said things are screaming. This must be its heart or something. That's my interpretation.
Hey, can we hurry it along though? Do you have Mage Hand? Did you ever learn that one?
Yes.
Can you do
Attack
that?
it. Attack it with me.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the hand axe and just start chopping at the statue. And
Okay. You're just gonna stop. You can just chop like the base of the statue. Okay.
The base of the statue. Great.
Okay.
The remaining barbarian will swipe once more at the remaining Seth.
Oh, it's the last round of invulnerability.
But a miss. He's saving it for next time.
Well, no, it's gone now.
No, he's saving his time
He's
to hit
saving
you
it
till next
to
time.
hit. Yeah.
Okay, Gemma. So, are we listening to Daddy, or are we hacking murderously?
Sorry, is it my turn?
Yeah. That's the question. Are you listening to Daddy,
That's when
or are you saying no?
So when Trip said Mage Hand, I'm like, can my Mage Hand fit? And I'm looking at it actually to see if a Mage Hand can go into it for me, or if it's still too.
There's a lot of vines and stuff between
Okay.
you and the center. If you think that this thing is 50 foot tall, it's probably a good 10 foot thick, and this is in the middle. So you got like 5 foot of crap to hack through. You'll be like having to lean in there and almost crawl to the center to get to it.
But I'm getting further in as I stab at this.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
not
you're
I'm not
hacking
doing
pieces
anything.
away and pulling them loose. And
Okay,
hacking
then
pieces
I'm
away.
gonna keep doing that. I'm like,
Okay.
sorry, Dad, I have
Now
to
just
get
to freak
this
you out
thing.
a tiny bit more.
Oh God.
As you hack finally, you've hacked some of the superficial stuff. You finally
Yeah.
hack through one of the large vines. Oh, and it's bleeding, Gemma. There's blood pouring out of it, like as
Red-
if
like
you
red
just
blood?
severed an artery. Yes, red
Foolish
blood.
There's
Girl.
blood. There's blood. There's blood. It's so cool.
So cool.
Octavius, there's blood.
As I'm running, I'm like, oh, sick, and I'm
And there's lots more yelling and lots more screaming still to be heard coming from the south.
Oh wow. Okay. that's my turn.
Okay, Douglas.
Okay, so how far is Octavius now? Has he passed me?
He is
I
running
ran
kind of
few
up towards you right now.
Yeah, so you haven't passed me yet, right?
Yeah, I'm running in that direction.
Yeah,
I'm
he's right
coming
there.
right up to you.
Okay. Do I want to do this or not?
I stab Octavius. No,
Right?
Yeah.
The
I
whisper.
test out my spear.
I am gonna touch him with protection from evil
Okay.
as he's passing me. Be like, "You got this, son," and I'm gonna give him a little pat on the butt. as he skates past
Just
me.
remember, bad things don't hurt.
God,
So I'll cast that on you. So you have.
not in front of the evil druid enclave.
Dad.
So what does that give me?
Dead.
So that will basically give them disadvantage on attack rolls, and you can't be charmed, frightened, possessed.
Disadvantage on attack rolls from what?
If they're considered one of the categories that are in the
Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. Any yucky guys.
evil, any of all of those that are around here.
Yes.
And how long does that last for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so a while. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Actually, a pretty good one.
Okay.
Yes.
Not here, but
Mm-hmm.
in general, it'll.
Hi,
Yeah, I need to use it more.
That's
Seth.
a good spell.
Yo, same old,
Is
same
it
old.
You
is
up?
it concentration, Christy?
Yes, it is. So I
Okay.
will have to be.
Can
I
you
haven't
populate
taken
it?
yet.
I want to read it.
Oh, sure.
One punch, ugh.
That's a hit for something.
Two punch, and
That's not a hit.
and yeah.
And it is
stabby.
Still there.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yep.
surprise
I
me.
hate this man.
Hates man. All right, Octavius.
Not die.
So as you slide past you,
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do
Yeah.
now?
Pop on the butt.
Butt
Butt
touch.
tap.
So pop up.
So I'm going to.
You can get there.
I mean, yeah.
just can't quite attack, but you
I
get
can.
to it.
Well, I have a. I'm gonna just go my length, my distance.
You could do that.
here. And then I do have a crossbow.
You could.
Or yeah. Oh no, I don't have a crossbow. Oh, I do. Yes, I do. Take it back. So I'm gonna
Oh,
just kind of
sorry,
whip it
yeah.
out and. Yeah, as I'm running up to it, I'm just taking a quick shot.
I'm
so I can,
fine with that. I don't. If you're moving, I believe it's entirely possible to pull out a crossbow while running.
Yeah.
So yeah, no problem with that.
Or
at
I
all.
would
I
stop
do that
and
every day
yeah.
on my treadmill.
No,
It's just a
I'm
little
just
half
saying.
one.
You know, no,
on your treadmill. Huh?
when people say no, drawing the
I
weapon is
practice.
an action. I'm saying that you could perform that action while running. I'm not.
Okay.
So I would let you fire, even though you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. You plug him for 8.
Even 8. Yep. I have nothing on this weapon, so it's just straight 8.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it hurt, but again, he's losing his friggin' mind, so he's
fine.
not quite really paying much attention to the pain.
I just want to know I'm
Trip.
coming.
So you're standing at the bottom going hacky hack, hack, hack.
As I see Gemma kind of working her way in, I'm just like, oh, well, hold on, and I'm gonna start climbing up.
Okay.
What'd you say?
So
Did you say
as soon as
blood?
you're starting from there, you can kind of get up level with Gemma if you do a full, your full action.
Yeah. And I
can
guess
get
my
up
goal is
there.
to help with cutting through this shit once I'm there.
All right. Last remaining berserker dude, once again at Uncle Seth.
Yeah.
This time he hit.
Ooh,
This time he hurts.
Let's hope he doesn't roll well.
what?
12.
Thanks, Jason.
Still alive?
That's not well. That's average.
Oh yeah. No. Seth is doing okay. The resistance really helped.
He's hanging in there. Seth's a good tank.
Can be.
It's not that he's hard to hit. It's just that he's hard to drop. All right, Gemma. Are you
All
continuing
right.
your assault?
Of course. And I go, oh, hey, come on. We have to hurry. I think maybe we're also alarming everybody in this camp.
Okay. Another thing. You're kind of high up there, 30 feet up, way above the wall.
Okay. Oh, so I can see.
You could.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well,
You see an
Huh.
army.
So here's the thing.
Let's see
Okay.
here.
Here's the thing.
What do I
So
see?
if you kind of look outside of this hill, it kind of dips down and kind of to the back. So kind of behind this hill, kind of catty-cornered, is another hill, just a little smaller. If you can kind of imagine, and I'll try to think of the easiest way to describe it, 2 hills with like a raised, almost like a dipped, curved plateau between the two, with a probably no more than about a 20-foot top to it. So as you exit this hill to the south, you would kind of run down the hill a little bit, and then back up the hill into the
Okay.
second hill. What you can see from here on top of that second hill is a really gnarly looking tree. A big,
that's the
gnarly tree.
Okay.
All around it, you can see lots and lots of much smaller little plant-like creatures charging around frantically as if they're looking for something.
Oh, okay.
Like they're thoroughly searching that hill right now, like all over it. It's almost like the back of a cockroach, and there's dozens of ants all over the top of it going.
Okay.
But at this point, I would say, because you know how senses tend to work. Once you focus one sense, now you're able to kind of hear the faint yells and screams that seem to be emanating from all these little
Okay.
creatures.
So now I notice if I stab and look up, I see them scream.
It's
Kinda.
well, yeah. It's kind of like they're responding to it, but more like a panic than
Okay.
pain. Really, it's like they're panicking over something. Again, it's almost like somebody just come and kicked an ant's nest,
Yeah.
and they're all going all over the place. In fact, that's probably a very
Yeah.
good way of describing it.
Wow.
Somebody kicked the ant's nest, and all the ants are losing their
What do you think of that
crap.
trip? As I'm hacking away. What are they doing?
I don't know. I've never been a tree man before.
This is my first 50-foot giant statue.
It's fascinating,
Center
isn't
of it. I'm a little behind on the 50-foot giant statues ritual things. I haven't done a whole lot of those in my life.
Glad to, Barada.
I think we're almost to the glowing thing.
All right, so Trip and Gemma, you're both hacking your way through. Leaves back to Doug.
Muted.
Doug and the shiny spear. of
Sorry, I
death.
thought I clicked on it. All right. Can I do another sidestep here and see this gentleman right here?
What gentleman?
This one?
Yeah, if you look in that
Well-
direction, sure.
Yeah. Okay. I will pop a shot at him.
Pop a shot.
And it will hit this time because I can do it.
Yay!
You can do it.
Can do it.
Did you have anything on that
says-
prior to it? Yeah,
Of
okay.
course, always. How's that?
So 5 points of Huntery magic plus that. Okay. You hit him?
I hit him. Okay, and then I'm gonna say, Gemma, what are you doing? I told you to quit. You're muted, honey. Again.
Speak up.
It's making them panic, Dad. This is good. Maybe.
Disorder in their ranks. Science for us.
Okay, I guess that's fine. And I lean down the street. Hey, can you help me out here? What should I be doing? Is this good? And that's my
Your
turn.
new god.
All right, Seth.
Yeah, try to take
Come on,
this.
he's almost down.
Oh, don't say that because I'm gonna roll wars.
That's been here the whole time.
Yeah, that's
That
okay.
ain't gonna do it.
Come on, come on.
Come on.
That ain't gonna do it.
And then the final pledge. Sorry, guys. This sucks.
Oh.
That hits, but it's the non-magic-y stuff. Right?
No.
Punch
I
daggers.
know it's not magical.
So that's the one that... Because
I know. Yeah.
8 points
With a
of
crit
physical
on a
damage,
19,
but
but-
is all it takes. But he only takes
Yeah.
half of that, so we still got 4 hit points.
That's all
Oh
right.
my
I got it. I
God.
That's
got
all
it.
you
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
Ah.
Kill Steel incoming. That's
And,
Pasta
yep,
Boy's gonna take it.
hey, I
Octavius.
loosened him up for you on the way over.
That's true.
Awesome.
Octavius, so yeah, you'll get there this turn and
Yeah.
can make an attack. All you gotta do
I-
is hit, and I don't think you can not end him.
Oh,
That isn't gonna
Oh,
Oh.
wait, it's a 1.
Oh, so it is a 1.
Bucky!
Hobbit boy, halfling.
Thank you. I
Reroll
use
it.
my lucky feat here.
Yep.
I don't roll too many ones, which is great. I roll low, but not too many ones.
There you go. That's a
Okay.
big difference.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just for funsies here, I don't know if I hit
Yeah,
or not.
you've
but-
done him. He's dead.
Okay, sweet.
The last one hits the ground. Deceased. Good deal.
My fists go down and oh my god.
Yeah, we're both looking at each
That's
other,
what I look
dude.
at
We're
you.
both fucked. Like we're like,
All right.
That was not fun, little one.
No.
Octavius.
okay, well, Uncle, well,
Okay, so-
well done.
Trip and Gemma, you're about probably a good 3 foot into this thing now. So
Okay.
now it is kind of like your torsos are like having to like lean right in. You're like half engulfed. So like their upper bodies and shoulders and heads are in the thing now, like disappeared inside the statue as they're like hacking and. Pasta boy. Okay.
Holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I don't have anything that'll make this faster.
What's everybody else
I'm
doing?
just gonna have to dig.
I will take out my healer's kit and kneel in front of Octavius. Just be like, stand still.
All right.
Do that.
And I'm going to use one of my 2 remaining charges of my healer feat with the healer's kit
Thanks.
to give Octavius a little bit of a health boost because he's
roll well.
4
Come
plus
on,
7,
Shag.
3, 11. Yes.
Roll well.
Well, he's getting 11 no matter what. So
Yay.
Okay.
there you
14,
go.
that's
a
not
little
bad.
bit.
Okay.
He's good.
I will
Patch
take
you up.
it.
Get
That's
him
more
up
than
with the
doubles what I
arm.
had.
Uncle
Wrap you
Seth is
around.
good at Uncle Seth is good at kissing boo boos.
Aw.
Pretty much. I kissed the boo boo.
Yeah, you kind of like you set my arm back. You know,
On the
because I'm
back.
on my left because I
Seth is
just
the
been
mom?
getting hit. He sets it back hard. He gives me the 1-2, then doesn't wait for 3 to like
It's
trick
not
me.
graceful.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
rough.
Typical.
It kind of hurts you.
Yep.
Yeah, I
What
try
are
to
you
give
doing to
you
my son, you
a
asshole?
punch.
It's how a fighter fixes themselves, right? Just
Yeah,
Rough
it's
and rough.
brutal. Yeah, so I kind of punch you back like after you said it, like almost out of just a reaction of you hurting me.
Yeah.
1d4.
I kind of
Hey!
watched the
I need all of those 1d4, thank you.
I watched the interaction from over where I am. I'm like, oh look, they're bonding. Oh. And then I'm gonna go over to this thing.
Okay.
Yep.
They're
Kill
on.
them.
I'm gonna stab it with the spear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Into the
Poke.
sticks.
You poke the giant wickery stick thing.
Towards
The
where
good news
glow
is the spear
like,
goes a
is
long
this-
way into it, but doesn't really
Yeah.
do much.
I'm just kind of poking around in there, seeing if it helps anything. Is this what you want? Is this it?
Dad, it's up in here. You'd have to climb. Maybe stay there. Watch out for
Okay.
enemies.
All right,
Thank you so
I'll
much,
be-
Pop.
I'll be ready. And I just kind of wave the spear around like it's gonna like
Such
ward
a
off
dad move,
everything.
just poking something with a stick just to see
Yeah.
if like, is this doing something, guys?
Seeing.
Am I helping?
Might be the transmission.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need a new hose on
Oh,
this
that's
one.
some structural damage there. I know.
Looks like termites to me.
It's like termites to me, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right. So while 3 of the Marwood family play fun with the Wicker Man, what are the other 2 doing? Seth and
I'm
Octavius.
standing up, and I'm just gonna look at my brother as he fumbles around at the base of this thing with a stick.
Like,
Bro, what are you doing?
oh hey, I'm just poking this thing with a stick I found. This thing talks, by the way.
The statue thing.
No, this one. And I hold up the spear. This guy. Look at this thing. It's really well
The
made.
spear talks to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gonna look desperately around for Octavius.
Told me I'm the ruler of everything, and all I have to do is wield this. So.
Seeing Octavius, I'm just gonna go.
Pretty cool.
Is that a thing?
I don't know, Gemma.
What?
Do you pop your head out when you say what, or are you just yelling at me from inside?
I'm just yelling from inside.
So you hear a muffled what?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, is there still blood?
Yes, maybe find the best exit for us. There are armies out there panicking.
Best
Did not
exit.
mention it. Oh.
Best exit where?
Why don't we just
Out
go
of here.
We just go the way we came in.
Probably the way we came in.
Okay, done. Now what?
Okay.
It's there. Okay, noted. Next.
I think I see the tree that was talked about.
Who? I'm gonna need a
The
name.
tree.
Uh-huh.
The tree of Yester
The great tree.
Something,
I see a
something,
giant tree that
Baba
way.
Yaga something.
Uh-huh.
Bad tree.
Lasagna.
Bubba lasagna.
There it is. Okay.
The seed.
Okay, so we're just escaping.
We're getting this thing first.
Getting what
It's
exactly?
10 your time, Shaggy.
I don't
FYI.
know.
Yeah, we're good on that.
Okay. You let me know.
Okay, so I guess Octavius will just kind of keep sentry,
Are
protecting
you
his
going
brother
to
and
the
sister
tree?
who are up there.
Okay.
Nice. Just
Strange
kind of
things are happening.
waiting for them to come
Yeah.
down, I guess. He's just
All
kinda
right.
guarding.
Okay. So you guys are going to persevere and keep hacking.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this into a skill challenge.
Yay!
Alrighty. So I want each of you to make, like cutting vines and all this sort of thing. It's all survival skills sort of things that you're doing, right? Like, so I want each of you, we're going to make 3 survival skill checks. You want to succeed with at least 3 total.
Okay.
So out
I
of
would like to call right now that I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on one of these.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have.
right, so let's-
I have 2 issues of Bardic Inspiration left. So
because this will make it
We'll
more
roll
fun.
for
I don't
that.
want to just make an arbitrary decision on whether you
of
finish this in
course.
time. We're going to make this all about you. So let me
Sure.
just do a thing here.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's much more fun if it's your fault.
I'm being
George doesn't want the
yelled
blood
at.
on his hands.
Yeah.
Literally.
Although Gore did message me earlier saying, I'm going to kill all of you tonight.
I did not. That's a lie.
He absolutely did. I
He
have
did not.
receipts.
He did not.
okay, when do we start?
Send
He
rolling?
us
said
screenshots.
he was going to kill Seth.
No.
Okay, well, that's fine. Then that's fine.
But there was context and
First,
joking.
first try. First try.
All right. Okay. So let me put it on dice. All right. So who wants to roll first?
I'll go first.
All right. So let's get your first roll.
Oh, it's bad.
Okay, that's a fail.
Oh,
So we got fails
that.
and victories. So we have 1 in the fail column.
Whatever.
No, it doesn't. It's not. If you roll 3 fails, you're done. It's after all the fails. So it's you're gonna roll 6, and we'll see if you did enough to succeed or enough to
okay.
fail.
I'll
So
roll
Gemma,
now.
you're up.
Like, boom.
nice.
Use
Okay.
my Bardic
Okay.
Inspiration.
Do you want to?
Wait, what is a? Sorry, what's a
I
6?
give you a bonus D8.
Yeah, I have a. I'm guessing that's not a pass, but I have a Bardic Inspiration to use, and I will use it.
Okay, roll a d8 and add it to
D8.
it. Okay, yeah, that gets you a tick in the
Okay.
win column. All right. Let's go ahead and roll again then. Trip, to your second roll.
This is horrifying.
Here goes another try. Not great.
15.
I'll
Okay,
use
not
mine
bad.
then, I guess.
You're gonna use
I think
yours?
I have my
Okay.
I have my leftover one from the other thing, so
Yeah. Oh,
Use
your
this
free
thing.
one that you were gifted for
it's
the.
a D6, right?
D8.
We
We
no,
had
we said it. We
decided.
said
Oh
it
wait,
would
yeah,
be
we
a D8.
retconned it to D8. Yeah.
Because I didn't specify. So not that that mattered.
Oh.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
no.
That could
I did
still
not
be a
listen
victory.
to
We don't
Dad.
know.
You don't know.
Oh
my God.
I can tell you
Lord.
that
Ah!
isn't.
No.
Alrighty. That. Oh,
nice.
Okay.
Like that. Good
Um,
job.
Okay, before you do this last one, I'm gonna give you a thing. I'm gonna be like, Gemma, it's right there. You can do it. You can do it. It's just right there. You just have to
Is
reach
that
in
just
and get
encouraging
it.
Okay.
words, or is there a spell?
That's
behind that?
encouraging words. You get a bonus bardic inspiration from me, and I'm gonna. Okay.
Okay, so you do
Okay.
have another bardic.
Okay, I'm gonna go
inspiration
ahead
use.
and roll Bardic Inspiration first.
Oh,
Because I'm gonna
okay.
use it
So do I-
regardless, okay?
I
Okay.
like this.
So here's the Bardic.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
nice
Okay.
roll.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on,
Here we
Gem.
go.
Hey!
Okay. All right. So here's the kicker. We've got
You died.
3 wins and 3 losses. We have a tiebreaker.
Oh.
Okay.
Who wants to roll the tiebreaker?
No.
Oh.
Not me.
Who wants the
I'll do it.
responsibility, Gemma or Trip?
Who has the bardic? Does anybody have a bardic inspiration still?
I mean, I could give her another one. She's closer at this point.
Can you give it
Wait.
to yourself? You have a higher. You have a. Oh, she has a. Who has a higher save?
We have the
Wisdom?
same. We have the same.
Oh, it's the same.
Gemma,
Well, shit.
you're
Okay.
you're
No,
like
you
on
got
that last
plus-
one. You're close. I'm gonna give
You
you
got
one more
plus
pat on the
3.
back.
Trip, don't you have an actual inspiration point, like a from chat?
Oh yeah,
you
I
do.
do.
You do,
You
which should give you
do.
an advantage on the roll if you want to do
Yeah.
that instead.
So let's do
Do
that.
that. Do that.
Plus,
All
you, have
right.
you have a +3, I thought. Satch, no?
You have a +3. I have a +1. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
But-
survival.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to do the +3 or rely on that, or do you want to do?
I'm gonna use my inspiration from chat.
Okay, hold on then. Let me get rid of
Thank you,
that.
chat.
Hey,
Thank you,
Jordan,
Chad. That's a
thank
good
you, buddy.
spot.
What's
That's a
up?
good spot, Satch.
Thank you for
So
rating, Jordan.
That's a
Oh.
good spot, Satch. I like that.
I like
All
it too.
right, so it's a good time to be. It's a good time to be inspired.
I don't know. I don't think I can use bardic inspiration on myself. It doesn't work that way.
No,
Can't
It
fire
doesn't?
you.
Why not?
No. Okay, here we go.
A self pep talk.
Oh no.
Oh, hold on.
Oh!
Yeah.
Didn't need
That
it.
is good.
All right. So you use that. I'm just gonna find the.
Great rolls.
Where's the
Oh
thing?
my god. I'm so scared.
You are player 3.
Great rolls.
Poof, and there it goes. Okay. Well, so
Okay.
here's what goes down. This is for your visuals. This is the cinematics. Okay.
Okay.
You guys are up there hacking away. Blood is spurting everywhere inside this thing. You're getting closer and closer. At this point, you can see the object of your desire. There's a large glowing green gem that is emanating all this radiance. As you're hacking through it, you kind of like Trip pulls his head out and wipes his brow because it's real hot and steamy and he's getting sweaty. And as he glances over to the left, he notices that all of the little creatures seem to have settled, and they've all turned to face the north. You continue to hack. Hacking your way through. Suddenly, the little creatures start to pour out of off the top of the other hill, funneling down and moving through the little
my
gully
God.
in your direction. They're moving faster and faster. You guys are hacking more vigorously, more virulently, trying as fast as you possibly can. As these things get about midway, you start to panic. Oh my God, they're going to get to us. We're going to get overwhelmed. But just as you do that, you hack away this one final piece. The gem dislodges from its position and begins to roll. As it rolls and falls, with your epic inspiration roll, you lunge out your left hand and catch it before it rolls out and hits the ground. Immediately doing so, you're still aware that these things are coming, and they're coming fast, but they're not here yet.
Oh god.
Ironically, of course, if you had failed those, they would have been pouring into this hill at this point. So you have literally just by the skin of your teeth got the gem before they pull out. So or before they pull into the base of this hill. What are you going to do now?
We need to run. I'm gonna chuck the gem to Dad,
Okay, so you hurl the gem down
I
to
catch it.
Yep.
and then
I got the
I'm
spear and the
haphazardly
gem
rolling
now.
my ass out of this thing.
Sliding down the
All
getting
right.
scissors.
Both of you bloody.
just for funsies, both of you give me a deck save.
Okay.
Save.
Ooh.
All right, Gemma, you kind of
Nice.
slide your way down all of the
Ooh,
twigs.
also good.
kind of like bouncing off of one of the hands, sliding off the fingertips, and landing on the floor. Trip pretty much comes down off the other side. And you both hit the ground. What do you want to do?
Dash action this way.
Towards the
All right, so you anybody want to hang around?
No.
Stay? No? Okay.
No, if Gemma told us we got to get out of here, I'm gonna follow her.
All right, as you guys are kind of rushing, let me move this for, kind of like line this up for chat to see. So yeah, you guys are all like charging out of here.
Yeah.
And then I'll reposition it for everybody. Okay. All right, so as you guys are all charging out from, you can hear the faint kind of weird screeching sounds from these things kind of in the distance, but then it suddenly pitches up and gets a lot louder as they burst in through the southern end of this hill, and I'll start funneling through this kind of narrow pass that's kind of running through it. You bolt out the other side and flee down the hill. Now, in doing so, is there any kind of plan of exit, or is it just a full-on bolted bloody murder to the bottom of the hill as fast as you guys can go?
If there's a plan, Trip hasn't thought of it.
Yeah, I was not told how to escape. I was just told where to escape.
Run.
So
Yeah.
I did my job.
All right.
I'm knocking over trash cans behind us so that they'll
Yes,
get
yes,
stuff on that. Some marbles, a couple, some thumbtacks.
I'm hurling dead barbarians in the path.
Yeah,
See,
so they have to trip over it.
I was kind of hoping you'd find like a wagon and you do your cartwheel down
Well,
the hill again, like you did with
my children already learned how to surf from me, as we saw. So my job is done.
All right. Okay. So you guys are just literally charging straight down this
I think
path.
we're just straight
Booking it.
lining out. Yeah.
All right. Well, ironically, you can see all the barbarians and druids scattered around the base of the hill to the left and the right. They're actually running up the hill. Like, they're now running towards the top of the hill as you're bolting out of the bottom of it. So you guys will actually not be interfered with or accosted by the druids.
What if we yell, "Do not go in there," and we do a little pew pew pew? Does that help?
with a sweeping gesture, water flying everywhere.
Alrighty. But yeah, you guys all charged through and out the bottom.
Yay!
And get to the bottom of Yester Hill alive by the skins of your teeth.
That was so scary.
I love turning stuff into skill-based challenges like that, rather than just saying they do what they don't.
Horrifying.
It just elevates your enjoyment. I know.
Great pressure.
Yeah. I'm in a panic state. How's everyone else doing?
How are you doing? Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Use that break
We
now.
got a raid.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and, actually that's perfect timing. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break. We're back on the big map. So with Yester Hill behind you, where do you guys want to go now? What's your plan? I mean, obviously you're all kind of ass-whooped and beat up a little. Not too far from here. About what? About 2 miles is the vineyard.
Ooh. Do we know if that family still is going to be there, or in that campsite where we met them? Just kind of nearby too.
Well, the theory was once you had cleared that out, they were going to return home. The Mardikovs.
Yeah.
And of course, the logic was that at least one of the gems that was responsible for making the vineyard fertile had been stolen by the druids at Yester Hill.
Which is now in our possession.
So we should return that.
I wonder what they'll pay for it.
I'd like to study it first, of course. I want to know what kind of power it possesses.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you could, on your travels, if you want to head that way, you could always kind of like do detect magic and identifies and stuff on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so basically it radiates incredibly strong enchantment magic.
Cool.
You kind of already know what it does. If you plant it, they will grow.
And okay.
So, if you want to make a baseball field, it's perfect for getting really good turf.
Great. It's the best use out of it.
Sell it to Rob McElhaney for Wrexham Football Club.
Softball team.
So maybe we go back to town and find them.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're going to go right past the vineyard, or
Just
you
check
can.
if they're there first.
I mean,
since we're going
it's a
past.
safe haven, if anything, right? I mean,
Yeah, we could camp there. Unless there's a bunch of creatures again.
Been overrun again. Maybe there's a large army of little creatures coming that way.
well, that's true.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Incidentally,
It's how
if you
long
suddenly get overrun with twig bites and other blights, again, wasn't us.
I mean, yeah, let's at least stop over there.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
we're beat up and tired, right?
The Mardukov family is there. At least the part that is here. They will invite you in. They're sort of surprised, but yet somewhat pleased to see you. You can see that they have been doing a lot of work cleaning up. There was a lot of mess. There was some damage done and things like that. So they have spent time, and it's been quite a few days. So they've had some time to kind of work on that and fix all that up. But they'll happily invite you in. If you remember that one, the patriarch of that family, he was the one that was like, when you found that strange staff, he was the one that's like, if you're going to hang on to that, I've got no time for you. You're tying yourselves up with bad things, but you ended up burning it. So he's still a little kind of standoffish, but you're kind of starting to realize this is mostly how he is. He's just a moody old bastard.
Okay.
But yep. Anything specific you want to do? I mean, they will feed you. They will let you stay here the night and rest for sure.
Do we tell them about the gem?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do, and kind of warn them as well about the riot going back there that could be headed here, possibly. But yes, I guess I think Doug has the gem. Doug wants to take it out. We'll show them.
Yeah, I'll give it.
We did recover this gem
Here you
from
go.
Mr. Hill.
Okay. Well, his eyes will kind of light up. And then eagerly he'll kind of like rush over to you and go, "Is it true? Give it to me. Give it to me." And his hand is almost shaking.
I'll hand it over.
All right, he grabs it and clutches it like incredibly tightly to where like the veins in his strong, gnarly arm kind of like start to bulge. He says, "The ground will be fertile again once more. The vine will once again flow." He says, "You have done a great deed for our family, and indeed for all of Barovia. Although this gem will only allow us to produce one of the 3 fine vintages. Should you come across one of the other 2 gems, please bring it to us, and so that the vineyard can be restored to its full glory." And then I guess you're going to mention the part about, oh, by the way, we got this from Yester Hill. As we were leaving, we kind of pissed off a whole bunch of blights. They might be coming this way. Maybe, maybe not.
Yes.
How much detail do you want to go into with what happened up there?
Good question.
I mean, are you going to describe everything, or are you just going to kind of leave it as we found the gem and there's a bunch of pissed off stuff that might come this way, but hopefully it won't? Who knows?
I mean, Doug would, but he's not usually allowed to talk for that reason. So he's gonna kind of just dart his eyes around, like.
So Doug's starting to learn that sometimes he says shit he shouldn't say.
I don't want to piss off my kids, so I'll
His
just.
picker's broke.
I guess I would just say they were looking to use the gem as some sort of fuel for some dark ritual. We recovered it before they could finish. Crisis averted, I imagine.
Okay.
Yeah, but you are right in the way of where they saw us running from. So, do you have any defenses here that could stop them?
We held off the assault for several days from the druids and these creatures that you speak of once before. We were eventually overrun, but with your help, I feel that we can certainly withstand the assault. Adrian! So Davian kind of like looks at his eldest son and says, barricade the windows, bolt up the doors. Elvia! He says, Elvia! At that, the youngest girl, Stefania, kind of looks and says, I haven't seen Elvia since this morning. He said something about going to look for the gem? What do you mean? Why didn't you tell me this before, you stupid girl? At which point, another kind of strongish man stands in between Davian and his daughter and says, calm down now. You mustn't be so angry. It is not her fault. You know how you get. She was hoping that he would return before nightfall, but you always act so overly protective and aggressive. This is why nobody comes to you anymore and tells you anything, because of how you overreact. You don't talk to me about my family this way. I will talk to you any which way I like. This is my wife you're talking to. And then it looks like literally Davian and this guy are about to go to blows. Oh, so that's how it is in this family. At which point, Stefania gets between the two of them. Stop, stop, stop. And they kind of like both put their fists down. Davian will storm off and say, tell me. And he kind of spins around looking at you guys. Did you find a young boy? Did you see a young boy anywhere near the hill? That's where he would have gone. I feel sure of it.
I don't think we did, right, Gore? Unless I'm
No.
mistaken.
No, you
I
didn't.
think so. No.
Yeah, I think Octave said, there was no other child there. Luckily, you wouldn't want a child to be there.
Then we have a dilemma. It seems we have to stay here to defend the winery, but we have to look for the boy as well. Okay. Adrian, you and Dag, you go and look for Elvia. Our new friends here can help defend the manor for us while you're in your stead. If you see them coming, one of you come back and let us know. Pre-warn us. Perhaps one of our new friends here would maybe be willing to act as lookout and perhaps go to the small crop of trees just to the south and wait there. At that point, Stefania says, Father, you know that any one of us would be better suited for such a task under the circumstances. He goes, shh, mind your tongue, girl. She goes, they are obviously friends. They have come back to warn us. They brought us the gem. They helped free us and rescue the vineyard. What more proof do we need that they don't mean us any harm? Surely they're worthy of trusting with this secret. Okay, he kind of looks very solemnly, and you see him like eyeing each one of you up very, very carefully.
Secret?
He says, you did destroy the Galthias staff. In doing so, you may have helped avert a terrible catastrophe. You see, the staff was associated with a great tree, the Galthias tree. With the wrong kind of power and the wrong intentions, somebody could bring this tree to life. Have you ever seen a tree man, or they have been called once treants in the elven tongue?
No.
Imagine a living tree, something that is 50, 60 feet tall but alive, and has the ability to move by itself. Now imagine such a creature twisted with evil and nothing but horrific intent. This was potentially such a creature that could have been brought about by the druids. Fortunately, they clearly did not attempt the ritual and had not the power to try to achieve this. So they are all very lucky.
But I'm gonna look at my family. But they did try, and we.
What do you mean?
Well, that was in such a thing, and then I'm gonna point at Gemma and Trip. They into it, and well, that's why they're still a little bloody right now. That's tree blood.
Okay,
Literal
he
blood
kind of
all
like.
over us.
All right, unless any of you are going to stop him,
No.
he will aggressively charge over to Gemma, grab her with his massive, tree cutter hands, lift her clean off the ground, and almost aggressively look at her and says, "Blood? Where did this blood come from? Who was the sacrifice?" And he
What do
just
you
starts
mean
shaking
sacrifice?
Gemma frantically, and she's like,
Easy now. Hey.
No, it came,
Good
came
job,
from
good
a
job, good job.
construct. They were building a tree man
Perfect
thing.
immersion.
He drops her almost as quickly as he grabbed her and spun around. He says, "Tell me more about what this is that you saw. Tell me quickly now."
They were chanting, and him, and I'm gonna point more at Octavius and then at Douglas. Well, they all killed all the chanting people, and then those two cut the gem from the heart of the tree man.
So there was you say a tree man.
Yeah,
Describe this to me. And you said there was blood. Where was the blood from?
The blood came from the root of the tree.
But so the effigy was the focus, feeding the tree, but something had to have been in the tree. Something living would have had to have been in the tree to fuel it. Did you see the tree? Did you lay eyes upon the tree? At that point, Stefania drops the glass that she's holding, and it shatters on the floor. And she goes, "Elvia!" And with that, all of a sudden, Davian's face goes kind of like white as he suddenly realizes, "Holy shit, my son's missing. There was clearly a sacrifice. I know my son was going to the tree." And right before your very eyes, he leaps up into the air and squawks his way out through the window as he turns into a raven.
Ooh.
And goes... And at that point, seeing that, Adrian says, "Well, the bird is out of the bag now, I suppose." Almost jestingly. And she kind of stops and says, "Dag, you better go with his father. You know how he is." "I suppose. Excuse me." And he flies up and turns into a raven and flies out of the window above as well.
Wow, cool family.
Leaving the girl and the oldest brother kind of stuck standing there this is awkward.
Wait, so you're ravens or are you human?
We are both.
have you have you helped us before? Because we've been followed by birds quite a bit.
We-
And some of them even, remember they flew down?
Well, the entire Martikov family are, blessed with this gift. We are all, I suppose you would call us Ravens?
We're ravens.
Yes, Ravens. We are all human, much like you, but have the ability to transform into ravens. And yes, Father would not permit us to reveal ourselves to you before now, and I'm sure the family that lives in the village that you came from, also that runs the tavern, they are all also ravens. And it is true that from time to time, some of us have kind of watched over you a little, but we were not permitted to kind of reveal ourselves. But from time to time, we try to give you warnings and such.
It's appreciated.
Thank you.
Wait, so were you born a were-raven, or do you have to become one?
We were
Get
all born
scratched by
this
one?
way. My mother and father were naturally this way, and all of their children, and my father's brother and his family.
And you turned someone into a were-raven?
You can if they are willing.
Funny. I don't think that's.
Oh.
My good husband
Necessary.
here, that I sent after father, he was not this way when he married into the family, but he is one of us now.
Can you go over a pro and con list of being a were-raven?
Do you have to be married in to get this kind of?
I can tell you
obviously, you're
that,
not just going to give it to anybody off the street.
The only two people that I know that were not born a Martikov is my husband Dag, and well, I'm sure you've met my uncle's wife in Valaki that runs the tavern with him.
Right.
So those two were inducted, as it were, willingly, of course.
Do you know of any other families who have this kind of power besides you?
There are other were-ravens, not all prominent families, but there are others like us in and around Valaki. We do not approve of the current administration, and are not very happy with things the way they are, but are somewhat powerless to do anything about it.
By current administration, you
He who shall not be named.
Right. This
So you're
is so
telling me there's a
fascinating.
whole team of Barovian ravens.
we've been told by trustable sources that ravens are a good sign. So, frankly, I'm less upset by this than literally anything else that's happened in our times here. So,
Most of our kind, if not all, do tend to be of a more, while timid and suspicious, we tend to try to make things brighter and better, unlike those that bear the other form of this that we consider to be more of a curse than a blessing. There are those that have the innate spirit of wolves. They are wicked at heart.
Right.
And there are many of those that operate here inside of Valaki. Many indeed. Clans of them.
Well, I mean, if you have watched over us and tried to warn us, you know that we are good people. We mean well.
Well, as I said, you, without being burdened, you cleared our home for us. You went and returned this gem, which you know is of great value and power, yet you gave it to us willingly. You destroyed the staff when we beseeched you to do so. You are as good as any that we have met, since we have met so few that seem to have much substance. As you have probably realized, most people in Barovia just wander around like almost empty husks. It's like they have no inner spirit, no drive. You are all clearly very different. From our experiences, it is always one of two ways. Very different in a good way, or very different in a very bad way. Hence, my father's reluctance to tell you of our true nature before now. I do hope that they find Elvia, and I do hope that they find him alive. Father has such a temper, as I am sure you have realized.
You know, if thinking of wolves, can you name some families who are some wolves in Vallaki? Just curious if like Lady Fiona.
The
Walker.
wolves tend to stick to the wilds. I don't believe there are many that truly live in the settlements around Barovia. They may visit from time to time, but they are not comfortable living in such a way. They embrace their wild nature.
So we haven't talked to them, probably, in the city.
Unlikely.
I mean
it is possible that you may have been watched or studied by them, or if they are aware, because all of them work in part for you-know-who. He employs them as spies, for they make excellent subjects for the matter. They can pass in amongst humans and can travel very quickly and very fast when needed. They can deliver information to him rapidly.
I mean, there was one. I'm gonna look at everybody at the breach, right? Who was kind of weird
Right.
and
The kill zone.
Killzone!
yeah, he was like urging his wolves to attack us and studying our response.
It is often known that each one of them, as far as regular wolves would be concerned, would be considered alphas. So they all have the power to command and control other wolves. It's possible that this was the case here, that it was one of them that was controlling the pack.
Right.
As an aside, I can't remember who has the symbol of Ravenkind. I think it's Gemma still.
I gave it to you, Chip.
Okay, so I have it. I would just kind of hold it up and be like, does this mean anything to you then?
Okay, she'll kind of look at it and get all kind of big-eyed. And then she says, I myself have never seen it, but I've seen its likeness in a book. And I have heard tale of such a thing. It's... Where did you find this?
I think you two found it at the highest peak of Ardenbustholz?
That's right.
The lair
In
of the
town.
Silver Dragon.
Well, you see, there is a story amongst our people of Lugdana. Lugdana is, what would you call her? Like an angel. And her form is that of a giant raven. And Lugdana apparently used the holy symbol. For in human form, Lugdana was a great champion for the Morning Lord, I believe, and she would use this symbol to destroy wicked vampires and evil creatures and such as this. Until she was deceased. And says the High Priest of Ravenloft kept this holy symbol as a form of holy relic after Lugdana's passing. As you can see, it is shaped like the sun, with a large crystal in its center, which is where its power is from. I'm not so sure, but Father believes it's the gem that is in that, may be some form of kin to the gems that we use to fertilize the ground. Both of them, after all, have the power of nature and good. But all can be converted and, should I say, perverted for unpleasant uses. But that is, as I said, a very powerful holy relic. They say that Lukdana used it to destroy vampires. Rumor has it that the Morning Lord's light could shine from the very item itself, as if the sun was to shine from it. As you have probably noticed in Barovia, it is always overcast, and you never see the sun. He will not allow that. But with that artifact, maybe you can bring the sun below the clouds. They say that it has this power.
I'm gonna put it back on and just like wear it.
Perhaps if you was to... Here, 1 second. And she kind of like wanders off to the part of the house where all the books and stuff were kept.
Oh, that's my next question, actually.
Leaving...
I'll follow her up.
kind of leaving, her brother to just sit there. Glass of wine, anybody?
Yes, I'll take one.
Okay.
Well, now, hey, wait a second.
What?
No,
Let him
sorry.
have it.
Been a long night.
He's old enough to kill people. He's old enough to drink wine.
Well, here it is.
Not in America. You get
It's a yes
two,
day.
2 sips. It's a yes date just for today. Two
sips.
whole sips.
Deal.
Okay. Well, he'll go and bring a decanter of wine and put it on the
Longest
table and sling a bunch of glasses and kind of let you guys help yourselves. By the time he's done that and you're all sipping on one of the last remaining barrels of wine that exists, the young girl Stefania will come back, and she's carrying a book, and it's basically entitled Prayers and Doctrines of the Morning Lord, a guide to it's like a guide to the Morning Lord's religion. It's not a magical book in any way, it's more just informational, but she hands it to you. She says, I'm sure you can find out more about it here.
I am, for the first time in my life, poring over the pages.
As the wine pours over my tongue.
I'd probably be looking over your shoulder too as you read, just because I'm interested what you're studying.
Yeah.
The book.
But no, I mean, it tells you more about the Morning Lord and basically how it was the one true religion of Barovia and as the power of the sun and all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And there's prayers to the Morning Lord. And it talks about the perversion of the temples and the demise of the followers of the Morning Lord. There's mentions in there about Argynvost and the Knights of the Sun and all of that sort of stuff. I mean,
I know them.
It's a good read.
Is there anything in there about the Thanes? Just because I'm trying to connect this.
Probably yes. So, there will be tell of the. Do you still have? He didn't Van Richten write?
Yeah, I
his
have a
poems
physical
out to
copy
you?
of his poems. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought he did.
I used the excuse of I was going to songify them.
Right.
To acquire them. All
right. So yeah, if you want to try to cross-reference some of that, so the first verse of the poem was like, "Where is my lady, the maiden fair, with eyes like stars and raven hair? There she stands in a ring of stone, where she wants for me and me alone." Right. And then there's one it talks about in the woods. And there's different kind of discussions. And basically you can read about the existence of some of the four Thanes, which were kind of like, for what you can gather, they're like not fairy folk or fae folk as such, but as close to that as you could ascertain. You would consider them to be like powerful fae. If they was from your world, that's what they would be, right? And basically, there are four Thanes, and one of them is over like the mountains, and one of them is over the woods, and another one is over the swamps and stuff like that. And at one point, the Thanes kind of ruled everything, but one by one, Strahd found a way to corrupt and destroy them, not by killing them, but by taking their power. And in doing so, it allowed him mastery of the weather. It allowed him the ability to block out the sun. So a lot of Strahd's power was derived from what he stole from the Thanes. What it will tell you, although it doesn't go into detail about this particular thing, because, I mean, it's not a manual of how to do this itself, but it does say that, or lead to the fact, that apparently there is, for each of the Thanes, there is a way to restore the power back to the Thanes. And you can take that power back from Strahd and give it back to the Thanes. It also says that the Thanes still exist and are among the children of Barovia, although nobody knows who and what they are. And there's no way that they would allow themselves to be publicly known because it would bring catastrophe to them. But, without going into the details of an entire book, that's about what you can kind of pull together from what you've got there.
Okay. I am going to offer payment for this book.
She is going to tell you that after all you have already done for us, a mere book is payment. You have paid for this 10 times over. Please take it as a gift and enjoy our hospitality. I hope we don't have to defend this hall once more from the Val Druids, but more than that, I hope my father is able to return and bring our young brother back with him alive.
I'm going to be insistent and hand her one silver piece and just be like, if at least for the symbol of it.
Okay, noticing that you're pushing that point and it is only a silver, she will take it and just look at you and say, "This is very kind. I thank you for this."
Okay. Now I own it. It's my book.
My book.
That's what I'm putting it in my inventory.
My book. Okay. All right.
And Trip will be noticeably just fully encapsulated for the rest of the evening.
Gotcha. All right. Anybody else wanting to do anything specific here tonight other than just rest and drink wine and get a good meal?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just rest.
Okay.
Watch to make sure my son doesn't get drunk.
In that case, around about 3 hours later, Dag will fly down in through one of the upper windows and land and just kind of like drop to his knees with his head on the ground, like, almost like as he lands he turns into like one of the superhero poses. He's like, but it's not trying to be dramatic. It's like the second he hits the ground and transforms, he just like his body gives out with weakness, and he's like, he is bringing him now. We found him.
Oh, where was he?
It's a great tree on the hill. They had placed him in the roots of the tree, in the hollow, and they had used him for a sacrifice. My father said that his body was covered in cuts and hack marks, as if somebody had waylaid to him with blades and bled him dry. His father was... he was angry. He began tearing into the creatures. There were 3 small little tree creatures running around everywhere. Blights, needle blights, and twig blights. And he just... I've never seen him so angry. He started tearing them to pieces. And eventually they began to overwhelm us, and I caused a distraction while he grabbed up the young boy's body, pulled him from the roots, and he's bringing him now. I came back to let you know that I don't think we're in any danger from the blights anymore. But I'm afraid, my dear, your young brother is dead.
I'm sorry. Wish there was something we could have done. We didn't know. Did you see any other of those berserkers or druids that had been around?
When we first arrived, there were many of them corpses, where they had been killed all across the top of the main hill.
Yeah, that was all of us. We did that.
And
there were others around the outer rings still alive when we were running away.
We saw a small group of them leaving to the south. Of course, at the time we were in Raven form, so they did not see us. We did not transform until we landed at the hill. First we saw all the bodies. And we saw the effigies that you talked about, and where you valiantly cut your way into the thing to freeze a gem. But then my father saw the tree and said, "There, look, it's the Go-Fire's tree." And he flew over there, and I flew with him, and that is when we found Elfie laying at the base of the tree. His blood drained, used in some sick, twisted ritual. Had you but known, you perhaps could have saved him. You must forgive Dafian. He is beside himself with grief. He may not mind his manners when he gets back here.
I'll be right back. I'm feeling a little sick, and I exit the room.
Okay.
We can be out of sight, out of mind if that'll help.
I am sure he is going to ask questions. Perhaps your children might retire to the bedroom so that you two are large enough and perhaps strong enough to deal with my angry stepfather.
Well, I mean, they are probably a little bit more useful than us. I'm going to look at Douglas, kind of hoping for that encouragement.
Is there a family burial in property?
We'll take care of it, Seth. Let the kids get to bed.
Start with the
I kind of give him an intense look.
Okay.
I'm not going to put the kids who probably did it in front of this man.
Souls don't leave Barovia, but bodies should be linked.
Alrighty.
Ooh, you hear Gemma hurling.
Oh my god.
Poor baby.
I knew I should
And
have picked
also
up calm emotions.
taking off the cloak and stuff that's covered in blood and trying to change and scrub the blood off of her.
Okay.
I'm really freaking out right now. Blood is not my blood. This blood is not my blood.
Okay. Well, it will take... It's about an hour before the door suddenly gets kicked in. Have all the kids gone to bed? Is that the plan? Or are any of them not going to bed?
Should we just leave?
Trip was hoping to maybe start digging the grave out of some kind of sentence, I suppose. if there is a place to do so on the
I mean,
property.
there is outside, yeah, but
Okay, yeah. So Trip is out there mucking about trying to find the next burial spot.
okay. So basically, if you imagine this old but kind of big, thick, burly man that's lived his life by his hands and in the woods and stuff like that, big, thick beard, mat of hair, it's all grayed. He kind of like, the door gets kicked in, and the kind of glow of the hearth illuminates him as he steps through the door, holding the body of what looks to be like about an 8-year-old boy. The clothes on this boy are all like cut, like with deep knife cuts and saw marks, and got like injuries all over his face, his body, his legs. It's quite a mess, quite a bloody mess, in fact. There's not a drop of blood is leaving this body and hitting the floor. The boy is pasty white, and he walks in and just holds him. He goes, "My son! They killed my son!" And then he kind of like brings him and lays him down on the table. It just instinctively, Stefania runs over to him, like, "Father!" And he's like, puts his hand out and says, "Get away from me. Rally the kin. Rally them all. We will not rest until every druid in this damn valley pays for the death of my boy." And he's clearly starting to like froth up, and his eyes are going red, and he's like, but looks like he's about to explode. And that's probably a really great spot to leave it tonight.
Oh, sit with that for a while, Jane.
Oh
Huh?
boy.
Oh my
Oh, boy.
So yeah.
Sit with that for a while.
Perfect little segue into the end of the show.
Yeah, but here. Just get that measure. Ah, dagnabbit. Well, time for a beer. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, hello there. It's me, Christy, your D&D dad. I'm here to do all the things that a good D&D dad should do. Like mow the lawn, fix some shit, drink a beer, and of course, roll lots of 20s. And if you like all this, can you pan?
Oh, sorry, Dad. Sorry. Yeah, you look good. Yeah.
You should check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Christastics. And if you like D&D content, check out my podcast, New Crits on the Block. Anyway, I love you, my children.
If you're seeing this, that means that I'm back to playing Mondays on How Reroll. My handle is Satchmo on all platforms, and if you follow me, then maybe I can...
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty.
Nothing! Hi, is this my local zoologist? Yes, I'll hold. Hi, local zoologist. Yes, my name is Jane Ivana, and I'm looking for a snake that has a stinger. Yes. I'll hold. You don't have any? Alright, well, if you could look into it, you can contact me on Twitter at Jane on Twitch, that's with the 0. Anytime. Yeah, or you could catch me on my Twitch streams. I stream like once a week on twitch.tv/JaneIvana. Alright, I'll hold. Okay, thank you. Goodbye, local zoologist.
Hey everyone, it's the Snuggler. This year, Jane asked us to go quick on our outros, so I promise I'll go as fast as possible. You're just gonna put all my information on text on the screen, aren't you? Son of a...
Hey, twitch.tv/Shagget here, and I'm trapped in Barovia. I'm hiding in a dingy basement with some art, the art dingy basement, nothing like what you usually see on my webcam when I do streams on How We Roll. And I'm not hiding from Strahd. Believe it or not, he's a pushy Dracula knockoff. He doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of him. I'm actually hiding from Gorebad, my dungeon master. He's out to kill me. I think finally surviving in 10 campaigns in Arconis throughout his stories, he's snapped because of it. And because of that, he's out to really kill me this time. Contact me at @neb_convos on Twitter, please. Your support will help keep me alive, keep me on the run, keep my hope alive. I really need to see what happens to Radovan, Emlyn, and Alekma, and all my other characters that I've played. I really need to see what happens to them. I'm very curious. Oh shit, I messed up. I really messed up. I think he heard me. He's coming. See ya!
Hi there, I'm Gorebad, and thank you for watching How We Roll. If you'd like to keep up with us when we're not live on Twitch, you can check out our other forms of social media. Follow us on Twitter, @HowWeRoll. You can also follow our Facebook page. You can find the website at www.howweroll.com, and you can also find us on YouTube at, you've guessed it, How We Roll, for an absolute ton of additional content. Also, you can follow the dmblog.com for some DM tips, world building guides, and all things D&D related. Cheers, guys. That was a long walk. Okay, they said Shagget was somewhere here, and the door to where he's hiding was a blue door. So we gotta find a blue door, blue door, blue door, blue door. You're mine now, Shagget.